today to announce that the Justice Department has secured felony guilty pleas from the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, Binance.
Actually, it's Binance.
Binance.
Binance. Largest virtual.
Binance.
Binance. And let me be clear. It's Binance.
Binance.
Binance. Council has discussed crypto regulations and legislations at length, and we have come to the conclusion that instead of regulating, we are going to ape a fat bag each into laptop and pump it to over $1,300,000,000,000,000,000,000,000 market cap. Let's fucking go, crackheads.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Morning Coffee. I got my coffee locked and loaded, ready to go, because we have to talk about some interesting developments regarding altcoins. The altcoin market is on the brink of a breakout, and some altcoins that we never expected are pumping right now. I can tell you that already. That is, for example, Sandbox. That is, for example, Mana, Decentraland. That is not Ecomi yet, but we will look at that as well. And there are also obviously updates regarding Bitcoin, what's happening next, when can we break 100,000, is that already the top, or are we going higher, what is about to happen to crypto in the next couple of months, are we going to the moon, or is the party already about to end? We are going to look at these questions, and I think there are underlying things, metrics to look at that can give us a very good clue, a 99% chance to tell where we are. And also for Veve, there is for Ecomi and Veve, there is a couple of things. First of all, there's an update on the lawsuit, and for Ecomi, and there is an update on the app. So 2 updates on that as well. So make sure to stay all the way through here. So, good morning to each and every one of you. That was a little bit of a longer intro, but we have a lot to talk about as well. So, guys, first of all, make sure to smash up the like button if you haven't yet. We have about 10 people here, so we need at least 10 likes right now. Then also subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Notifications on if you haven't yet. And I want to first of all welcome a new member on the Rare Hodler screen, and that is Ankush, or Ankush. So if very bottom right you see this little mighty ghost rider, that's you, Ankush. Someone just tried to subscribe and unsubscribed. I saw that, guys. Anyways, Ankush, welcome to the Rare Hodler fam. Make sure to, or you are already in touch with me, I think, on Twitter. So I will send you the link to our group, to the Ecomi self-help group and the altcoin group. So that is going to happen. So yeah, welcome on board. And also, if you want to become a Rare Hodler like Ankush did, then you have to subscribe to the channel, and after that, on the subscribe button, I think, or somewhere there, you can also become you can buy the Rare Hodler tier. There's only one tier because I'm lazy to put in several tiers and manage it all. There's only one tier. It will allow you to use chat emojis. It will get you into the Telegram group. It will make you give you a cool mint number on this Rare Hodler screen, and mostly, or most importantly, is going to help me on this content journey here. Anyways, enough with the blah blah. Let's look at where we are. Let's look at Bitcoin. And let's put this a little bit centralized. There we go. Oh, by the way, where's my chat? Sorry for that. we have people in the chat. So who is here? Patrick Bultman, good morning to you. Trucking Hank also, good morning. Good to see you again. And Jasper Frank, also good morning to you guys. It's a Monday, right? Yeah, it's a Monday. If you have to ask, right? Yeah, it's a Monday, and we have been working this weekend basically on this almost 100k range. And first of all, I have to say that the second target that we put out has also been met now, right? So I know that people called us delusional for giving out these targets, and I said we're probably going to put this target slightly under 100k. So there it is. It has already been met. And if you remember, guys, I mean, time is flying, but if you remember, we have been pointing out this. Let's go to the other chart. Actually, we've been pointing out this cup and handle pattern, right? With a breakout target and so on. So we have been pointing out this cup and handle, and we have put out several targets based on the cup. That is the 120k target. Based on the flagpole, that is the 98,000 target, and based on the channel width, that was the 79,000 target. We have met 2 of 3. We are now on the run to meeting the next and final target for Bitcoin. We will see how much more we can go, because it's definitely a chance that this expansion is going to go way higher, way harder than we might expect. But we have conservative targets that are being met right now, and that is good. So smash up the like button for that. Hey G-Money, what's going on? JW, also good morning, and Motili sends the Vechain rocket. We are going to look at Vechain as well, but first of all we have to pat ourselves a little bit, tap ourselves a little bit on the back for calling all this stuff here. By the way, we need to put the all-time high bar to the new all-time high. There we go, 99,400. Is the new all-time high, somewhere there and thereabout, and we are expecting it to go another 20% higher. Good. So what's happening right now? First of all, we had a little pullback, but that already led to $500 million being liquidated from the crypto markets within the last 24 hours, which is the single largest Bitcoin liquidation event in history. And that just days after Jim Cramer told investors to buy and called BTC a winner. Well, Jim Cramer is right on that one, that it's a winner, but we know that always when Jim Cramer says something in the opposite direction happens. So that happened as well. But what also happened is in the last couple of weeks, we have an insane inflow into Bitcoin ETFs. So ETFs in the last week, they bought 20,000 Bitcoin each week, and in the past week even 34,000, almost 35,000 Bitcoin. When in every week there was only 3,150 Bitcoin mined in the entire world, and that is even a very optimistic expectation of Bitcoin available to the market. Because a lot of the Bitcoin that is being mined will not hit the market, especially if it's mined by the countries that are now getting into Bitcoin. So we are looking at an extreme supply shock. Okay, so we see it here. Bitcoin versus the highly liquid supply is the liquid supply is the white line. Whereas Bitcoin price is the other way. You see how the supply shock is already happening, that we've been also talking about a long time. So big growth signal here. And also, if you would say this time is different, then let's look again. I mean, we have here in black the Bitcoin rally, or the Bitcoin cycle in which we are right now, where blue and yellow being the past 2 cycles, yellow being the last cycle, And we can see that we are on track. We are even now the best performing cycle of the two with regards to the time. So it seems that we are still a couple of days or weeks front running, but not much, like a couple of days only. It also is a time again where we could get a little bit more choppy, as we see here on the yellow, as we also see here, upwards, but a little bit more choppy. We will see, but if that all is going like it always goes in the cycles, then we are not at the end of the cycle. The contrary, we are maybe in the mid of the parabolic run, something like that. And for altcoins, we are still longer behind. It's also funny that there is a Bitcoin hodl signal, so long-term hodler supply. So the long-term Bitcoin hodlers are showing signs of growing greed. So historically, this behavior suggests it could take still another 8 to 11 months for Bitcoin to hit a market top. If the trend holds, we might see a potential peak between June and September. And you know that from the 500-day rule, the peak of Bitcoin would be on the 2nd of September 2025, right? That would be a long time out. And we know that usually there is like a pre-peak and then a mega correction, and then the other peak might be a little bit slower. But from all that we see, we are not yet in the blue, in this end phase yet. So we are still in this green phase, and that has historically been only mid parabola, right? So there could be more coming here. And we need to be very careful, of course, that we do not get excited and miss the top range, right? Where we really should take our focus on taking profits, right? We should take care of that. So if we're going back to the Bitstamp chart quickly and just take a look at where we are in the cycle, I know it's very cluttered up, but bear with me. Let's just pull this a little bit away and only take where we are. So we see that we have still 5 days on this candle, right? We are sitting at 98,300. So this is you could call this a god candle. I mean, this is an insane monthly candle, right? After closing outside of this flag. Slowly but surely we're forgetting the sideways chop here, and we are in this excitement phase, but keep in mind how that felt to go always down and sideways, right? Keep that in mind for the next time of your investment history. So we are on such a trajectory at the moment. That would mean that if we would rally like this and form the next 2 months like this, we would potentially top out in January already, right? But we see that we are nowhere near the trend line, and we are nowhere near a cross. So at the moment, this indicator is diverging and not converging. So which is the total strength indicator. And the same goes for the MACD, right? At the moment, we have an expansion, but the moment that you shoot back here on a big correction, you come more into this danger of being in the top zone, right? So we could be closer already to the top than we think, right? So everything between January and September, I would say, is possible depending on the performance of the next month. And with the RSI also, we are in overbought territory, but only slightly. So we see this here, like these are the previous ones. So I think we are still on the move. I think there will be more pump happening. I think that Bitcoin will rally more. So that is definitely that. Then also look at the capital that is crypto funds that are flowing, right? So in comparison to other years, this is insane, extremely high. The inflows to crypto funds are extremely high, obviously driven, maybe or potentially driven by the ETFs. But in that sense, this time is different. And that goes along with the flows into stocks as well. So investors are piling into US equities like never before. We see that here, 448 billion cumulative US stock inflows on a year to date, which is twice as much as 2022 and 2023 combined. US equity fund flows have even surpassed the previous record of 400 billion posted in 2021 bull market. So the bull market is definitely on across all assets. It's just not a crypto phenomenon, and we see that all these talks about from the crash profits that this time there will be no run because of this and that, all not happening. And I guarantee you, and listen carefully to this, I guarantee you that if it's not already being talked, it will be said in the near future is, what if this is a super cycle? What if this time Bitcoin is not coming back? What if this time there's no bear market? Blah, 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 blah. And that thinking will catch especially new investors will be caught off guard by this, because they will hear all the super cycle talk and altcoin super cycle, everything will be super cycle, and this will keep them from taking profits, because this is a greed symptom where people will bet on all this Chainlink and Vechain and everyone. They will just keep growing and growing in the super cycle, and bam, suddenly the party is over, right? So yeah, let's see quickly the chat. Green Lantern says, GM present driving and paying attention. The coffee rocket is on. Then safe drives, Green Lantern, and good to have you here. Wes, what's up? And Andreas Kapatos says Omi. Yes, we are going to look at Omi in a second. Adam Naimi Gaddafi says, hello there, good day. Best price to buy more VET? I don't know, was a couple of weeks ago the best price probably. On a pullback, I would say though. On a pullback. Let's quickly look at that, and then we're looking at altcoins. So here we have the global liquidity changes, right? In the past years, and we see here a little bit like 2017 bull run, 2019 bull run, or 1920, whatever, like the past bull run. And now we had one global liquidity spike in 2023, which was our last run up, and so the last run up in this bull run already, and we're now waiting for the second wave in this global liquidity expansion, because still it's crazy, but the DXY is still rallying. I don't know if it's because other currencies are going weak or what, but next global liquidity signal might send us another wave higher, as well as, and this is like a whale accumulation is what we're still seeing. It's crazy. We're still seeing the same spikes as we saw in the bull flag or in this mega flag in whale accumulation territory, right? So here we see it. Bitcoin network flows extremely high at the moment, so we need to take a look at that as well. Now, altcoins. This is what I put on the thumbnail, at least a part here, thanks to Crypto Rover for providing such great charts. We are basically mimicking the previous cycle here on the crypto total market cap. This is the total market cap of crypto, and we form this triangle where we have a fake out, a breakout, a bottom, a previous top, right? Previous top to bottom, next touch, fake out, and go again, right? Here's last cycle C crisis crash. We didn't have the C crisis crash, but we have formed the same pattern, right? Previous cycle top, go to bottom, fake out, come back, break out. Okay, what's next? This big run up here for the altcoins, right? And we are seeing just the beginning of that as retail is coming in. Just a quick look here, retail is coming in, right? We had a 62 here on the weekly close, so to say. Altcoins only on a 7, so altcoins are not the thing. Now we're down to 45, a 5, and NFTs are now up on a 2. People are looking carefully around for NFTs. So that is very important, right? So we see Omeprazole says, oh shit, first weekly candle in USDT dominance close below resistance. We will see in a second also. Now the altcoin market on the weekly is green, very green. So we see sand is pumping. Where's Vechain? Vechain here, 32% Vechain up. Which is not like, it's not super crazy, but it is. But here, look at like the dead coins of the last cycle, or of this cycle until now, and suddenly, even like, this is the reason why I would say there's still a chance that Omi can perform, because I mean sand and mana are really, I mean these are really shitty, and they're pumping 120%. That should be possible for Ecomi as well. Yeah, so we see some altcoin moves on the day. We see that Sand is pumping, Peanut is pumping, LDO is pumping, Say is going up a little bit, FTM, BGB, Radium, Stacks, and Near are green, Tia, Dot, and Mana as well. But overall, I think only on the weekly, the picture is still correct that we had a very green week with a lot of coins being in the green, and we are looking at how this is going. XLM, by the way, also 120% on the week. So let's what the heck? Let's look at Vechain here quickly. So Vechain is following along with a revised prediction here. I'm saying revised prediction because I don't want anyone to think that this has been drawn in since like forever. No. We have just adjusted this a little bit as we took a little bit longer. But so it's drawn in somewhere like here or so, I don't know. But it fits perfectly, and the latest breakout here for Vechain has been looking really good. Now the question is, if Vechain follows along, I think we will have some grind. This would be along the, I don't know if it will go sideways such a long time again, or if we are going to go ballistic now, because the altcoin market looks like it wants to break out quite a bit. So for Vechain, we are just seeking to break this resistance here first, right? And that's where we are getting a slight rejection. So the question was when to buy Vechain, right? I mean, obviously the best to accumulate altcoins has been in these big pullbacks here, right? These breakout and then pullbacks. These retracements are mostly over for most altcoins, but we haven't yet broken these resistance lines where we are really flying, right? So you see here how much confluence is here on this. So we have it here, then we broke it, went into bear market, then we got rejected from it, came back down, and now we're here. If we break this, we are going to fly hard. So everything under this, I would say, is still a fair price. If there's a pullback here, that could be a good entry. But then be safe to not marry these coins, right? I mean, it's exciting and so on, I get that. By the way, volume also growing here. But don't marry the coin. You have to anticipate that in the next couple of months you already have to take profits. Whereas if you have been accumulating here, that is a whole another story, because then you are holding the coin since a long time already, right? So there could be a reasonable entry still here if it doesn't break out. But don't count on it, because the overall altcoin market looks like it wants to break out, right? So another one. So let's quickly look at Sand, for example, Sandbox that is moving right now, Sand USDT. So for Sand, it's the same picture basically. So you had this accumulation, only that it made lower lows until now. So this is something to keep in mind also if you're looking at Ecomi, right? So you have these downtrends, everything's coming down, and suddenly you have this pump, right? It can happen. So now you have major resistance, also for Sand here, right? So there's a chance that you have another pullback before you go, right? But it will be interesting to observe Sand and also Mana, for example, Mana USDT, because it could give clues how Omi could perform, right? Look at, like, it's the same for Mana. Only, and this is a major difference also for Ecomi. Ecomi looks more like like Mana looks way more bullish because it has basically this base here, right? And if it breaks out, it probably flies. Whereas Ecomi looks more like this, right? There's not this, it lost this base, right? Which these coins didn't, right? This is the important factor here. For example, and then there are stronger coins like XLM. Where's XLM on a good chart? XLM USDT. Let's put USDT. Yeah. So XLM, for example, has, yeah, it just did. Like, look at this massive mega volume. It's definitely not a buy for me, right? I mean, it's almost at all-time highs. It's definitely not a buy for me anymore, as it has already pumped like crazy, right? So this would be already for me something, okay, let's take some profits, right? For me, right here at this level. But I don't have XLM, so I cannot tell you what to do. It's just that at some point you have to lock in some profits, at least take a couple of % of the bag in case something goes sideways. So for example, if you look at ADA also, ADA is not that much, it's not at the all-time high, but it has already broken out of this previous zone, right? This zone where you have basically, where you have this range here, right? It's confluence range here. It has broken out already. It might be retesting on top of that or not, right? But it has already broken out here. So ADA, and the reason is SpaceX is shilling ADA. You see how ADA is driving the the rocket here. I mean, this is how Cardano hodlers have been bridging the time. Like, you have to see the signs. It's very hard to find. Maybe we find some Omi signs as well, like this, and then we can make it work. But ADA definitely made it work. So ADA has been pumping. Okay, let's see a lot of things happening here in the chat. Blaze Hayes every day says Bratwurst. It's written with a T, by the way. It's not Bradwurst. It's Bratwurst. Anyways, Adam says, I got big profit from Vechain. Should I sell and buy lower or just hodl it and buy more when VET having a pullback? Man, I can't tell you that because it depends if you're a hodler or a trader. But if you are in massive profits, then I mean, no, I won't tell you what to do. I just think that Vechain is going a lot higher than this. Dan O says, check out the new Veve app yet? Yes, it leaves a lot to be desired, but at least it's something. Yes, we'll talk about it in a second as well. We are going to talk about it, but first, may I ask everyone here, please smash up the like button if you find value, if you think it's interesting, if you like shilling your coins here on the chat. I don't know, I don't care which reason, but if you like it, then please smash up the like button. Very important. We have almost 50 people. Probably we do not have 50 likes. If we do, then we can move on. Andreas Capato says, chill guy token to the moon. Sounds good. Christopher says, Maravilla CPA, please do Filecoin. Filecoin, okay, let's go. FIL USDT Filecoin on Binance. Okay, same picture, only not quite challenging the top line yet. So Filecoin is a little bit behind, but same picture, right? Same picture in everything. You will see also in a second here. Massive base. Actually, Filecoin could still be a buy, just based on that, right? It's still base forming. It still hasn't broken out, so it seems to be a little bit behind. Volume is already increasing. Filecoin could be a buy still. actually cool. It's actually a cool one to look at. Because what's the potential upside here in just going back to this high? a mere 4,000%. Just keep in mind, Filecoin, what I know from tokenomics, Filecoin has been heavily diluted since this run, right? So the Filecoin there has been more coins in circulating supply, but the TSI is flashing bullish, so there could be a bigger upside here. So Filecoin could actually be a buy. Okay. Thanks for the explanation. No worries. RRV says, good morning, guys. Let's put in a like. He is working hard for it. Yeah, thank you very much. Jasper Frank says, what's going on with MCATE? Let's see. MCATE is one of my favorite picks because of the tokenomics. I hope it gets some more exchange listings. MCATE, oops, there you go. MCATE that's actually not the biggest chart. That's a BitGet. Let's put the BitMart. I think there's more. MCATE has a pullback after breakout, just like here. And now it needs to go to the upside here. Vadim Kanev just subscribed. Welcome. There we go. So Vadim, welcome to the fam. Can you please look at my lady? I don't know. I have my own lady. Why should I look at your lady? I don't know. I don't understand. Or is that some kind of altcoin? I don't know. My lady USDT. Lady there's lady USDT. I don't know if that's the same. Is that? Yeah, that's it, right? My lady. Is that it? That's a weekly chart, so it's out. It came out in the bear market, so that doesn't tell us much. It is in an uptrend. Just from a chart perspective, I'm looking at it. Obviously, I don't know what it does. And then you have kind of a downtrend that is not broken yet, really. Something like this. So you're looking for this breakout, I would say. You have enough touch point to say this is justified, right? So you have enough touch points here. Yeah, so I would say breakout, and then let's see. So you're waiting for this breakout, right? I don't know. Let's see. Let's just assume that this is the correct one. Then you're looking at. I don't know if this coin is what it does, but you're looking at from the breakout roughly 4x to this a little bit overshooting this high as a first target, right? You're also looking for, you have a MACD flip to bullish. That's good, I would say. Do Akash, please. Yes. AKT. Let's look at AKT as well. AKT USDT. We have looked at it last week, so that's actually not the best chart. I think Kraken maybe. Yeah, AKT looks very strong, I would say. Like, I mean, you basically have this. You basically have this whole bear market here. You broke out in the massive wave, you come back, you retest it here, and now you're up in wave 3, right? So I think it's very strong. You're basically looking at, like, let's just assume this is wave 1. Here's your retest, and now you're like going for the wave 3, 4, 5, right? So you're going for like mega pump territory at the moment. You have a bullish cross on the TSI, you have bullish cross on the MACD, your RSI isn't overbought yet. The volume breakout on the breakout is extremely high, right? I mean, here was your second support resistance, right? So this needs to be broken right now. This will be broken probably next, right? So where you had a little bit support here but fell through, a small double top, but here I think once this is broken, this level where it's right now finding resistance, you should fly off hard for this. I mean, this will probably go on a steep and this higher, something like that. So wherever this wave 3 goes, right? Where this is only an illustration of how it could look in the end, right? But wherever this wave 3 goes for AKT, that's the take profit, right? So I don't know, you have to draw your fib extensions or whatnot on this and then see what's going on. Hey, welcome Harsha Vardana. What's going on? Trucking Hank says, I'm curious how Veve takes the feedback on the new update, how quickly they can implement changes. Yeah, me too. Hey, enjoying the stream info. Have you looked at H-bar yet? No, we haven't. Let's look at H-bar as well. H-bar, USDT, H-bar, Hedera hash graph. There you go. Also, same picture. You have broken one resistance. You're finding resistance at the second part here, so it's somewhere here, right? There you go. So this is why it's not like you cannot expect you can't expect this to just go like this, right? There will be in between, there will be pullbacks and then pullbacks and something like that, right? You have to expect there's something going on, like a, let's look at the logarithmic. I think that's more accurate. You have to expect that there's something going on, like you pump like 1, 2, 3, and then right 4, 5, something like this, like a 5-wave move, and that will be your end move, right? And the combination with indicators, right? So it has pumped quite significantly. A pullback wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, I think for Hedera that's basically that. I think all the altcoins will move harder, way harder. So for example, look at this. This is the total 2, right? This is all altcoins except, like, this is all crypto except Bitcoin, right? And except stable coins, excluding stable coins and Bitcoin. So here you see that all altcoins together, they have like, if you extend this here, you have like an inverse head and shoulders that just got broken, right? So if we want to take a target out of this, right, and say this is an inverse head and shoulders or a cup and handle, and we go in the non-logarithmic and we take a measured move and we put it here on the breakout, we would get a almost $2 trillion price target, right, for the altcoin market with Ethereum. This is with Ethereum, right? So not a call out, but a price level. So here you go, right? Bam, here, almost 2 trillion, right? Okay, so let's just say, so we are already on the move. You see the breakout is here, right? We're already on the move. At the same time, you have like a wave 1, a corrective wave that was 6 months long, and now you're going for wave 3. And then the likelihood that wave 3 ends there is obviously higher, right? So, and then by the way, this is completely wrong. This would look like wave 5 maybe is then going to 2 point something trillion or so. This could be how it looks. It could be way higher, right? But this would be based on a target. This is the all-time high, so this is challenged next. I would say altcoins are going collectively, definitely without much resistance now. Maybe a resistance here where we are right now, right at this peak, but without much resistance, I think altcoins are going to go to the previous all-time high in this market. The volume is massive already. The indicators are flashing bullish everywhere. So that is definitely happening, right? Hey, Ankush. There he is. Ankush says, hi, patient, I am your new member. Do you have any Telegram group? Yes, I have. Actually, if you go back to the beginning, I even did give you the shout out, and you have your minting on the screen. So welcome to the fam, Ankush. I will send you the Telegram link on Twitter after the stream somewhere. Please give me some time for that. But yes, I will do that. So this is for the altcoins. Do you have Devi or DFX? Yes, both. Actually, I have both because they have both been shilled by, I think it's the Crypto Rain audience, and so I have them both because of the altcoin streams. Actually, Devi, I've even bought a little bit more myself, but it's not much. It's like a couple of $100 or so. It's not much. But yeah, just to give you a little glimpse into what's happening here with the altcoin. So someone said that USDT dominance is forming like massive candles. So this is good, right? If this falls, is good. We've been observing this rising channel for a long time, shown how the inverse correlation is. I expect a little bit slower move here as we are approaching this massive support, right? In that sense, or resistance if you would invert this, right? But so look at that. Sorry, but here, look at that. This is the weekly, right? So what you want to see is that this USDT dominance is coming down to this line, so a little bit more pump out of everything. Then it probably will bounce a little bit, maybe forms something like a head and shoulders, right? And then bam, collapses, and this is our alt season then, right? Alt season. So this is what I expect somehow to happen. We don't know if and how long. This can be way shorter, right? But something like this is what I expect to happen. At the same time, where's my Bitcoin dominance? At the same time, Bitcoin dominance is still in this wedge. It faked out to both sides now, but it's still in this wedge where we expect it to roll over at some point. What's interesting is it didn't yet, so it still forms higher highs. So it didn't yet show a reversal, right? So everyone's like, oh, altcoin season has already started. But it didn't, on the weekly you could argue it did. On the weekly you could argue it did because of the wicks here, right? That you have lower closes. But I would say for us to call altcoin season starting, we need to lose significant support on this wedge and form more macro downtrend, right? To say, okay, altcoin season started now. And then we will observe it has to collapse crazily. It will collapse because altcoins will be running. But just keep in mind, everything that you're seeing out of altcoins is this sideways move now on Bitcoin dominance as Bitcoin is rallying. Something that we were expecting, right? Debanjan Biswas says, prediction for Theta and WIF, please. Okay, so let's do some more. Where's my okay, there we go. Theta USDT. So this is, I think this was a streaming coin, something like that. It's almost the same for all of these. Wait, here. Okay, so if I would put something like that on all the highs and a mass. Okay, so maybe there's a big pump incoming. Let's put this here on the body. Maybe there is a big pump incoming. Wait for the breakout here of this. Yeah, I think that's something. I think that could be a bullish thing, right? Maybe that's also a buy. Who knows? But that definitely did not break out yet. So with USDT, meme coin with on Binance. You guys know it's Binance. Ah, fuck. Sorry. Okay, with, let's see. I think this is not the best chart that you can get. KuCoin could have more. It's not much more. It's not much more. Let's see. I would say also bullish just because WIF is such a powerful meme. Let's go on the daily here so we see a little bit more. Interesting. Is that this is correct, right? So I think it's okay. So let's just say you have a pretty big resistance here where you're getting rejected. So what I see is for WIF. So you had something like an inverse head and shoulders. So here's the head, here's the other shoulder going on. It broke out, it's retesting now. Maybe that's your goal, right? I would expect some more choppiness around this here, and then it will go into price discovery. But it definitely doesn't look too shabby. Doesn't look too shabby. You should though not lose this level where we are right now. Yeah. So I think it's going to go higher also because meme coins are still extremely attractive, and we can all be very happy that meme coin. By the way, though, this like the indicators have on the daily are a little bit bearish. So I think more sideways, a little bit more sideways, it should be there. Green Lantern says, I shilled it in our Telegram already, but Sendor is running hard. Let's look at Sendor as well. Sendor USDT on Bybit. I don't know if it's this. Is that the Sailor USDT? No, that's Sailor. It says Sailor. Sorry. Sailor, Sendor. Sendor on Sol, that could be it. Okay, I mean, there's not much to do TA on. That thing is in price discovery, but fine. I think it's a relatively new coin. We just see it broke out, retested, is probably going higher. So you see this here, right? So on this only the 4 hourly, but we see like it did its thing. Compression broke out, retest. Question mark, right? Probably higher. But yeah, that is with the new coins. It's like building moon bags, right? That would be the strategy. Okay. I think it's time. Hey Chris Klein, what is going on? Pump it. Hello, good morning, and have you looked at Floki? No, we haven't. So you're the Floki guy, so let's do that as well. But then we really need to talk about Ecomi. So last thing is Floki now. Floki on the weekly. So Floki definitely needs to be. Oh, that looks. That actually looks pretty bullish. So Floki probably is going. So here's what I think Floki is doing. Floki is going like with this, like an inverse head and shoulders, something like that. Probably a little bit more sideways action or so. Who knows, right? It could be very small shoulder, but this overhead resistance would say then price discovery. I don't know if there's an older chart or so. Let's see on KuCoin maybe. Yeah, but not really. Like this bull flag thingy is just breaking out. The indicators on the weekly are all looking good. So you really only are waiting to breach this level here of, what is that? 0002796. That's what Floki is waiting for to break out. Yeah, I think it looks bullish. once it's in price discovery, there needs to be a profit-taking plan, right? So you don't go into the next bear market with your floki bag. That's definitely the case. Also, volume kind of low still. You want to have this coming back, but all indicators are looking good. Yeah, I would say that is the best guess to go on this inverse head and shoulders thingy here. Yes, on Vechain, can't wait. Yeah, let's go. I think it's not, I mean, everyone has different monetary situations, but I have a fairly big Vechain bag. It's like 15% of my entire portfolio. It's bigger than Omi, so yeah. Speaking of Ecomi, so what we saw out of Sand and Mana, right? We didn't see it here on Omi. We're still waiting. I mean, on the daily, if you look on the daily, you kind of could get something that is, if you would say, okay, here you have some kind, sorry, that was too curvy, some kind of a neckline, and you have something like an inverse head and shoulder, you could get a move, but not confirmed, because you also could just say, okay, downtrend, right? It just could continue the downtrend. So we really don't know, but there's something going on today, and that is this here. So there is still this lawsuit going on, MB Technology Limited versus Veve Orbis Technologies. So MB Technology claims damages instead of Omi tokens, arguing that records of its transactions are essential to determine the token's realizable value due to their liquidity. Veve and Ecomi are seeking specific discovery from MB Technology regarding its trading activities in the Omi token market, communications with Orbis investors about bonus Omi tokens, and documents related to QCP Capital Limited and Silvergate's bank involvement. Silvergate Bank, wasn't that the one that collapsed in the previous market? I don't know, but the hearing begins on 25th of November 2024, which is today. So today there is a hearing. Shout out to Crypto Bro for putting that out. I think that's great information because I certainly would have missed that. Yeah, so that definitely, that also I think deserves a retweet. So let's see here. Is this why Omi has been held back all these years? Is Veve Australia is asking that. CryptoBro says, I have a JD and I use my university resource just to download the files. What is the... Okay. Uploaded the document here for you since I know you've asked me for it a few times. Okay, so here's a document. Be careful if you download anything from the internet. Make sure to check it first and stuff like that. So here we have a little bit more explanation. Simply put, MB Technology wants cash, not the Omi tokens they are owed, because they will have trouble selling the tokens, as we see, right, with the liquidity. And also, if they get the Omi tokens, there would be only more sell pressure, right? Plus, Veve Ecomi wants information related to MB Technology's trading activities, communications with investors, and document concerning investments in Orbis. This was a small update before the actual hearing proceeds, which is scheduled to take place today. Okay, so we will see, but maybe that is a reason why there's nothing moving with Ecomi at the moment, right? So that is on the Ecomi side of things. So we will see if there's anything in the patterns reversing or so. Until now, there's no proof of reversal. We still are waiting for the whales to make their move, right? Which they didn't until now. And then also at the same time, Veve has a new app, and they are asking for feedback, or not a new app, but the new update on the app, and they're asking for feedback. What do you like? What do you not like? What would you change? I have quickly tried it out. I think there are a couple of things that need to change. First of all, I was hoping that the app is faster, because I think like if you click on a collectible in the market and it instantly loads, it's way easier to maneuver the market. I was hoping this changed. It didn't yet. I hope that the performance is going more seamless, because I really hate if you click on something that is a small page and it loads like forever, or doesn't really load big. But maybe that's still in the mix. So the other thing is that if you go on collectibles in the market, you can't filter anymore for recently listed collectibles. They definitely have to bring this back, right? They definitely have to bring this back. Now, with regards to the optics, it looks more like the web app. I think this is more something to get used to. I don't really like the style of these buttons, because it looks so webby. Yeah, so like the web app, but that's okay. I didn't yet try the AR functionality, which we see here. I think it's good that there is a button directly for that, but it's too slow. The app in general is too slow. It's not seamless. I don't know what they have been developing all this time, but it's too slow. Let's see here. G-Money says, I don't know about this app upgrade. There are improvements for sure, but some changes have me scratching my head. Yeah. Dan O says it's slow. It's largely a copy of the web app. Exactly. Scrolling is also stiff, except on the community page. Can't sort by recently listed. Yeah, I don't know why they lost this feature, but it sucks. And I see a lot of people complaining also about this. So we see here in market under sort need to put option for recently listed instead of auction end date, right? So this stuff still needs lock collectible feature in the showroom. That also apparently not there. The new notification system is broken. Clicking on it does not take me to the post. Also clicking on someone's profile name doesn't load their profile anymore. That's bad. So let's see what Azar says. This guy is a bull, so I think his feedback is also like make dark mode unified across pages. It's not unified at the moment. So you click on a certain page, suddenly it's not dark mode. It needs to be dark, like it's super ugly on white mode. I think dark mode should be default, right? Move deleted account button to a harder to reach place. It's right in the middle when you go to that section of the profile. Too easy and might click an accident. Add in temporary message in the wallet section that shows you where to view your Ecomi balance. Add MCP points on and levels to the profile. Is currently only the profile setting page. Swap community and profile places in bottom bar, so profile is in the bottom right. Button at the top page to share, move it to showroom, AI heart button, and so on, blah blah. I can't add in NFTs into showroom, seems to be bugged, can't scroll through them. Work on load time, swapping pages 5 seconds is a bit much. Exactly. It should not need to load at all. Better to have a longer preloading time once you're going into the app. But Jasper Frank says AR is way better, so that is good. There are also positive things. The gray space is also too much. Collectibles comics look too small. That is good. Yeah, that is a good feedback as well. So this one is good. Let's see. So Ben Rose was asking, right? Ben Rose was asking about more. So you see here a couple of people are just complaining about the recently listed stuff. So that is feedback, right? So I think overall it's good that they're improving, but they really have to improve, right? I mean, it's not a problem, I think, to redesign, but you have to have the feeling that your app upgrade is actually an improvement. Then also there is a burn update. So all uncrafted noggles, digital collectible from Veve store, will be burned on Monday, today at 4 p.m. PT. And all uncrafted nailer OPN hard digital collectibles from the Veve store will be burned on Monday as well. I don't know what nailer OPN hard is. Is that? I hope that's not the pin. I hope that's not the fig pin. But yeah, I don't know. Let's talk, man. Don't be scared. About what? Big potato. About what? What are you talking about? Suron Brew Shields Perpy. Okay. You do. What is that? I love this meme. Universe Spider-Man. Okay. So also they have Veveverse beta testing. So let's quickly check this out as well. They are sharing this. So the funny thing is, so this is Mr. Falcon here, right? So that's this guy. I met Mr. Falcon in Auxerre, really nice guy. I like him. And the funny thing is, his avatar fucking looks like him. I mean, it's not the best like rendered avatar, but it really looks like him. Even the proportions and everything. That's super funny. I was like, I mean, you can't even recognize him. That's funny. Big Potato tries to get in contact here with people, I think, and no one's scared here, Big Potato. So we don't need any help here. Thanks, bro. So there you go.
I was thinking about what environment I could create. This is one of the more recent things I've done, and I was very much inspired by. There's a scene in John Wick 4 where there's a nightclub and there's like a poker room. So I just tried to recreate some of those environments. There's a kind of throbbing circle thing on the wall. That was just a good thing, a piece of art really. And I worked out that you can expand these circles, so it made this really cool thing. And the rain you see, I don't know if you maybe want to just pause on some rain. I actually made that, so kind of went a bit Neo from the Matrix on the Veveverse. It actually changed the way I looked at the world for a while, and I realized that everything is just shapes.
Okay, so I think that this is pretty good, because if you can just design all of that just out of shapes, that's actually way better than what you can find on Sandbox or Decentraland. And that also explains why Ecomi is not really doing well, because the link is just a missing link, right? If you could use Ecomi to buy these shapes or whatever, if you could use Ecomi in the Veveverse to buy your stuff, you would have like a 3D shop store drop event, I don't know what. You would have a different story here on the coin. So yeah. So we will see how this looks.
So I wanted rain, I wanted water, because in this scene there's a lot of water, and so I actually made the rain.
Okay, so that was basically it. I think, yeah, some real water to put in these gaps maybe would be funny, but that is only one of many videos that they are now putting out. Actually, one of the feedbacks that we've been giving a long time on this channel, that they should post more snippets of the Veveverse here. They did do it now with Mr. Falcon, which is good, I think, because he's been building a lot. I can't wait until they give access so that we can build the Hodlerverse or something like that. Also, they are going to bring the Punisher evolvable collectible, which is a very good looking collectible, and it will be there's a diorama. So this here, like a scenario where you can put your Punisher in. $30, only 974. So only real fans. And there's also the article for when this is dropping and how much each evolution is for the Punisher. I don't know if that already dropped or if it's only the diorama, but the Punisher is getting some attention. Where is it? So the Cookie Monster, no, I don't know where it is, but there was an article for the Punisher. Also, I don't understand what is with this banana as art. I don't know, maybe this banana is coming, but who's laughing now? Banana as art sells for 6.2 million at Sotheby's. What the heck? I mean, but it's Banana Zone, and I think that's good that they are doing something with that, because that could actually call all the banana enthusiasts to the app. That would be interesting. There is the Punisher. Let's see. Punisher, here's the article. I think it drops on the 30th, right? So Punisher collectible looks good, is very detailed, and Veve can now do faces. We see that a long time, but look at that. It looks really good, in my opinion at least. So the initial is 20 gems. So I could imagine that this is something... by the way, what's that? Like 30th of November is in 5 days. Is that Friday? I don't know, Friday or Saturday. We should stream that to do some evolution here. And then you can find unique special editions while evolving. And somehow these are all like these evolving things are like... So the special one with the white boots is only 140, and then you can craft the uncommon for 699 more, and then you can craft Dark Justice, but you definitely have to craft through the ultra rare to get the masked dude, right? That's probably what everyone wants. And then there's this guy here. Which is the secret rare. So this is basically a race, because the secret rare is like 300. I don't know, or if it's a random outcome, but I think total cost 60 or so. But you have some, you can choose where you want to stop in the evolution to get your collectible, right? But I like this quite a bit, so I'm probably going to participate, and I'm probably going to do it on stream. So we will see how it goes, right? Jasper Frank says ban tweet. Yeah. What is the ban tweet? Let's see. Ben Rose. He already has the Punisher collectible. Hi Veve fam, the new Veve app's out in the wild. Nah, it's only that, like ban tweet with or do you mean another tweet? Thoughts? More vehicles like Ghostbuster? I don't know. Anyways, for today, I think that's it, guys. Make sure to smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel, notifications on to never miss out, and become a rare hodler if you want to support this channel more. You are invited to the Telegram group, get more inside information and so on. And guys, wherever you are on the world, have yourselves a great morning, evening, day, night, or afternoon. Good things are coming. Bitcoin is going to go much higher. Altcoins are going much higher. We're going to have an insanely good time in the next couple of days and weeks. So make sure to be subscribed and to never miss out on Crypto Morning Coffee. Make sure to follow also videos, shorts, live streams, whatever. We're going to do much more here. So wherever you are on the world, have a great